All right, good morning. So today we are going to keep on going with the mastery book and still on the mentorship section of the book. So for this part of the section, we're going to discuss or the book discusses at least, how you can nurture that mentor-mentee relationship so that you can benefit the most from it. And I have to go in a small tangent over here and just say that a lot of the information that you can acquire from this section can be applied to other types of relationship in our life. They can transit across different type of relationships and it can be very beneficial. And I think this is very relevant for the very first point that the author imparts to us in this book, which is you have to be very selective in the types of relationship or whose person or who can become your mentor or who can be part of your relationship network. Because as we say, or the old saying goes, you are the average of the five people you hang out the most with. And that's very true. Things tend to regress to the mean. And you will definitely be the mean of the five people. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly be five, it could be three or seven. But the rule, as the old saying goes, the rule is you are the mean or the average of the five people you hang out the most with. And in my opinion, the most relevant resource, the most important dimension in this for this point right here is that time that you spend with these people, you will never get back. The time that you invest, or time as a resource, is very valuable. So you have to take it very seriously. What kind of people do you want to hang out with? Or what kind of person, rather say, do you want to be? And from there, seek the people who can emulate the image of the person that you want to be and hang out with them. And that becomes even more important when it comes to acquiring that mentor-mentee relationship or finding a mentor that you will absorb all that information and wisdom from. So, and just in case, in my opinion, just in case you realize that whoever becomes your mentor or whoever you consider as your mentor, because this mentor-mentee relationship does not have to be official on the paper as a contract or anything like that. You can consider someone as your mentor without them even realizing it. So if at some point in a period of time you find out that the person that you admire is not as admirable anymore, that either one, you learned as much as that person is able to teach you or impart into you, or two, you realize they're full of shit. That happens a lot, believe it or not. But overall, like if you find that the relationship is not beneficial anymore, you need to move on. But at least you need to come out with one lesson, at least one lesson that you can apply in your future. So if you make a mistake, the first thing you can benefit from a mistake is learning from that mistake. So you don't make the mistake again. Or if you find a new scenario or a new situation where you see yourself, you can make the same mistake, you will be able to avoid it in the future. This leads us to the second point, which kind of relates, is that you need to seek people who will challenge you, who will be able to impart their wisdom that will last forever. Like we say, easy come, easy go. So if you see like someone who's just like telling you advice willy-nilly, a lot of people have a lot of advices, like this video or this author. But I think as the book mentioned, the type of people that you should gravitate towards are the people who themselves have been challenged in their life by previous mentors. I like to have lights. I need to invest in a light fixture. But you need to gravitate towards people who were challenged by their previous mentors or by life itself. Because by being challenged by these mentors, they will be able to prepare you for the challenges that will eventually come in the future from nature or from other people in your life, from the universe in general. Because you will be challenged eventually. Anyone who will be challenged at one point of time or the other in their life. The question is, are you going to be prepared for it or not? So that's where a mentor who will challenge you will be very valuable for you. Like a lot of times you might feel like someone is just being an asshole or just being tough on you. You call this like the tough love, right? So you might see like someone will be like very tough on you and you kind of despise it. And it's like, why is he an asshole? Like, why is he like that? I'm not saying that all assholes are good. So there's like people or mentors or teachers who are tough on their pupils, and their pupils grow and become stronger and more prepared as a result. And people who just been assholes for the sake of being assholes without providing any benefits behind their action. But anyways, don't be afraid to be challenged. Don't seek the easy way out. Don't seek the easy gains necessarily. Find people who will help you to be more prepared to future challenges. And as you absorb that information from your mentor, the third strategy to nurture that relationship, and it's going to help with point 4, is that you need to absorb that information and make it your own. And you cannot make it your own without digesting it. And then, as you digest it with your own identity, with the own unique experiences that you have in life, you'll be able to produce your own set of talents and skills or products that will be unique to you. So one thing that you can notice, like in art in general, like at least for me, that's the way I see it, is that in art, a lot of experts, they have a very defined style of expressing themselves or expressing their expertise. Because, I mean, as I probably I tweeted earlier, when I was taking notes, there was this diagram or this little graph that I draw over there, where it goes like from absorbing the information to synthesizing the information or consuming it. And then from the synthesis, you'll be able to produce. And as you produce in the environment and it's being absorbed by yourself again or by other people who will produce all the stuff, and you'll be able to absorb it as well. So this dynamic, like I call it the virtuous cycle of productivity, that will help you. Or like one thing you need to do is that you need to make that information, take it and make it your own. Take full ownership of it. We cannot produce anything from vacuum, but then again, you cannot just be a carbon copy of your mentor. You are your own self and your own proper identity. And you cannot surpass your mentor. And the main goal of being a mentee is that one day you need to surpass your mentor. And in order for you to surpass your mentor is by making the information that it was important to you even better, to improve it, continuously improve and continuously grow as a person. That's how we become a master eventually. Which brings me to the last point for this section, which is you need to develop a dynamic relationship with your mentor. You cannot just be a leech and just like absorb that information from your mentor. You need to synthesize it. Again, like you need to synthesize it and produce it so that your mentor will be able to absorb it as well. Your mentor needs to grow with you as you grow yourself. If your mentor is in a static situation, like he keeps on repeating like the same information, and he does not adapt his teachings, or you're not able to get like more information from him, or more expertise from him, you will not be able to grow as much. Like if your mentor does not grow in this relationship as well, the potential is it's not going to be very high. There's like a certain point that you're going to reach, and that's it, the relationship is going to die out. And that's the pattern that a lot of mentor-mentee eventually hit, right? So as you keep on learning from your mentor, there's always this rebellious phase that gets reached by the mentee. Is that the mentee sees himself like, oh, I learned everything I need to learn, and that's it, which should be the goal of the relationship, right? It's like the point is that you should not say a mentee your whole life, or a mentor should not have the same mentee or mentees their whole life. They should come and go. Even the mentor can become a mentee, and the mentor gets like more mentees under his wing, etc., etc. But that relationship needs to be dynamic. So the mentee, as he absorbs the information, he should strive to provide more input to his mentor, either to readapt the training or the way how he absorbed the information from the mentor, the type of information that the mentor is able to provide to the mentee, and even just feedback in general. Like how can he improve himself? Like the mentee can play a role of a mentor even for a short period of time through that feedback. Just as like your mentor, like, hey, this thing that you're doing right here, I think I can do it a better way, or I don't feel like I'm improving through this exercise. There's probably an issue over there that we need to fix. So if it's the mentor, it's a good mentor that he's able to be conscious of the situation, or very cognizant of the situation. He'll be able to adapt himself, and anyone should be able to adapt as a mentee first and as a mentor. I think, and that's like one part of the book so far, or at least for this section, I think should have been very beneficial, is that if we can look at this mastery, this path to mastery, at least for the mentorship dimension, from the lens of the mentor. Like how is a mentorship can be very beneficial to a mentor to help him grow. Because I think you can learn a lot just by teaching other people or by helping other people grow. You can even solidify or improve the information that you had acquired in the past as a mentor. And that's what this last point is all about. You need to have this dynamic relationship, this very fluid relationship between the mentor and mentee, where even the mentee can become a mentor to the mentor, and the mentor can become a mentee, even for a very short period of time, for just like one point of improvement, or a few points of improvement. I don't know how to express it exactly. But yeah, so that was the end of this section of the book, which is about the mentorship. I think the next section of the book is mostly about the social aspect. Yeah, social intelligence. See people as they are. The social aspect of your relationship with people around you, I believe. I did not read it yet, so I'm not sure. But that'll be very interesting. I think the author is very renowned of being a big fan of social intelligence or emotional intelligence. So that would be very interesting. And it's right in the middle of the book. So I think this is the gravy. What do you call it? Like the gravy and meat, or the gravy and biscuits? I forgot what they call it. But anyway, you have a good day. Until next time.